going to continue solving equations using natural logarithms. So in this question, we have to solve ln of 2x plus 1 is equal to negative 2, and we need to leave our answer in exact form, okay? So remember, y equals ln x and y equals e to the x are inverse functions, okay? So they undo each other, they cancel each other out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use e to the x, I'm going to apply it to both sides of the equation so that I can cancel ln and rewrite the equation without the logarithm, okay? So if I apply e to the x on both sides, I'm just rewriting it like this, e to the power of ln 2x plus 1, okay? So all of this becomes the power, and on the right hand side, e to the power of negative 2. Okay, so remember, e to the x cancels out ln, so we're left with what's inside the logarithm, inside the brackets here, 2x plus 1. And this is equal to e to the negative 2. Okay, so now we have our equation written without the logarithm, which is much easier to solve. We just need to rewrite it, making x the subject. Okay, so next I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides of the equation, so that we have 2x equals e to the negative 2 minus 1. And finally, we need to divide by 2 on both sides, so that x is equal to e to the negative 2 minus 1, all divided by 2. And that is the answer to the first one. So before we move on to the next example, I just want to show you an alternative method for solving this same equation. Remember, the natural logarithm, ln, has a base number, e. And when you work out the value of a logarithm, you take that base number, so in this case e, you raise it to the power of this number here, so negative 2. And when you do that, it equals what's inside the logarithm, okay, the argument here, 2x plus 1. So straight away, we have the same equation that we worked out earlier, okay? So if you're solving to find x, you would then subtract 1 on both sides. And then finally, you would divide both sides by 2, okay? Which gives you the same answer as earlier, but a little bit more quickly. So next we have to solve the equation ln of x plus 2 minus ln x equals 1, and again we have to leave our answer in its exact form. So I'm going to use the logarithmic laws here to rewrite the left hand side of this equation. Since I'm subtracting these natural logarithms, I'm going to use the division law. Okay, so when I use the division law, I can rewrite the left hand side as ln of x plus 2 divided by x. Remember, the one that you're subtracting is the one that you're dividing by here, okay? So when dealing with the natural logarithm ln, remember the base number is e. And if you work out the value of a logarithm, you take this base number, so in this case e, you raise it to the power here, so it would be 1. And when you do that, it gives you the argument, so what's inside the logarithm here, so x plus 2 divided by x. Okay, so we've managed to rewrite the equation without the logarithm now, okay? So remember, we're solving to work out x, and we've got x values here and here, so I need to get rid of this fraction. I'm going to multiply everything in this equation by the denominator here, x. So if I multiply the left-hand side by x, I have e multiplied by x, which is just ex, and on the right-hand side, I'm left with x plus 2. Next, I want to collect all the x terms on one side of the equation, so I'm going to move this x term over to the left, so I'm going to subtract x on both sides, which gives me ex minus x equals 2. Now I need to isolate that x term, so the x is by itself, so I'm going to factor out the x here, so that we have x, open brackets, e minus 1, and remember this is equal to 2. And there's one last step to get x by itself. Here, x is being multiplied by everything in the bracket, so we have to do the opposite and divide. So I'm going to divide everything in the equation by e minus 1, so we have x is equal to 2 divided by e minus 1. And there's the answer. So next we have to solve the equation 2 ln of x plus 2 minus ln x equals ln of 2x minus 1. And this time we're going to round our answers or answer to 3 significant figures, okay? So I'm going to start by applying the logarithmic rules, okay? Here I can see the logarithm is being multiplied by 2, so I can use the power rule and rewrite this as ln of x plus 2 all squared instead, okay? So I'm taking this number 2 and I'm squaring what's inside the logarithm here instead, okay? And again, we're subtracting the natural logarithm, so I can also use the division law, okay? So by using the division law, we can rewrite the left-hand side of this equation as ln of x plus 2 all squared, all divided by x. Okay, and the right-hand side I'm just going to leave as it is for now. Okay, so now we have a singular logarithm on either side of the equation, and they're both the natural logarithm, ln, so they have the same base number. So it means what's inside the logarithm also has to equal each other. So what we can do is we can rewrite this equation without the logarithms, okay? So the equation just becomes x plus 2 all squared over x, equals 2x minus 1. Okay, so now this is looking much simpler to solve. So I'm going to start by getting rid of this fraction on the left-hand side. So I'm going to multiply everything by the denominator here, x, so that I have x plus 2 all squared on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, if I multiply everything by x, I get 2x squared minus x. Okay, next I'm going to expand these brackets here. So if I square everything inside the brackets, I get x squared plus 4x plus 4, and this equals 2x squared minus x. And now I'm going to move all terms over to the right-hand side so that the equation equals 0. Okay, so I'm going to subtract x squared on both sides. So 2x squared minus x squared is just 1x squared. I'm also going to subtract 4x on both sides. So negative x take away 4x is negative 5x. And finally, I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides, so I have negative 4. Okay, so now we have our quadratic equation, it equals 0, and I can't see that it factorizes easily, so I'm going to use the quadratic formula to solve and find the values of x. So remember, a here is going to be 1, b is negative 5, and c is negative 4. So if we're working out our values of x, we take negative b, so negative 5, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 5 squared, minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a, so 2 lots of 1. Okay, so when you put that into your calculator, you get 2 solutions. Okay, one of them should be 5.70156, and so on. And the second one is negative 0.70156, and so on. Okay, so remember, when solving equations that involve logarithms, always check with your final answers, are they defined? Remember, you can't find the logarithm of a negative number. I can see here back at the top here, we have ln x. Well, here, if we take the x value, it's a negative number, so this value is not defined. Okay, so I'm going to leave that value out. However, this one, it's positive if we substitute it into here, obviously, also here, and also over here. Okay, so there's only one solution to this question, and remember we have to round it to 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3, always check the 4th figure. Here it's smaller than 5, so it doesn't round the 0 up, so it stays as it is. So the final answer is 5.70. In this question, we have to express y in terms of x for ln of y plus 2 minus ln y equals 1 plus 2 ln x. So all this means is we have to make y the subject of this equation, okay? So I'm going to rewrite the left-hand side of this equation as a singular log using the division law. I'm subtracting the natural logarithm, so I can use the division law here, okay? So if I rewrite the left-hand side, it becomes ln of y plus 2 all divided by y. Okay, on the right-hand side, we can also rewrite these terms. I'm going to rewrite the number 1 as a natural logarithm so that I'm dealing with natural logs throughout the equation. So if I want to rewrite the number 1 as a natural log, it would be ln of e. Okay, remember whenever the base number and the argument are the same, the logarithm is equal to the number 1. Okay, so these are the same thing, I'm just rewriting it in a different way. Also, you could think of it like this: e to the power of 1 is equal to e to the power of 1, okay? Whatever makes more sense to you, okay? And then finally here I can see the log is being multiplied by 2, so I'm going to use the power rule, okay? So I'm going to take this number 2 and raise it to the power of 2 here instead. Okay, so now I've got a singular log on the left-hand side. I'm going to keep going on the right-hand side to try and write that as a singular log as well. Because I'm adding the natural logs together, I can use the multiplication law on the right-hand side now. Okay, so if we use the multiplication law, we write down ln and we multiply the argument here with the argument over here. Okay, so e multiplied by x squared is just ex squared. Okay, and now I have a singular natural log on either side of the equation, which means what's inside these logarithms is also equal to each other. Okay, these two arguments must be equal. Okay, so now we have an equation without logs that we can rearrange to make y the subject, okay? So what I need to do here really is get rid of this fraction. So I'm going to multiply everything in the equation by the denominator y. So on the left-hand side, if I multiply by y, I'm just left with y plus 2. And on the right-hand side, if I multiply this by y, I have ex squared y. Okay, next I want to make sure I have all y terms on one side, non-y terms on the other. I can see here there's a y term and I'm going to move this y term over to the right hand side as well. So I'm going to subtract y on both sides. So on the left hand side we're just left with 2 and on the right hand side we have ex squared y minus y. Okay, so we're nearly there. Now what we can do on the right hand side of this equation is factor out the letter y. Okay, we need to isolate y. Remember, we're trying to make y the subject of this equation. So inside the brackets I should have ex squared. Remember, when you times these together it needs to take you back to what you have here. Okay, and then we would have minus 1 because y multiplied by negative 1 is negative y. Okay, so I'm just factorizing here. So one last step. Y is being multiplied by everything inside the brackets here. So the reverse would be to divide. Okay, so we need to divide everything by what's inside these brackets. So on the left-hand side, we have 2 divided by ex squared minus 1. And on the right-hand side, when we divide this by itself, we're left with 1, so we have 1y. Okay, so we've made y the subject, which means we've expressed y in terms of x.